Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. It is Saturday afternoon. We have 10 races on tap. They nailed the Rainbow Six yesterday for $618,000, only a 20-cent ticket. We're starting a new one today, but first we got to look at the track and weather conditions. The main track is good. The turf course also listed as good today to start the day. The first race on the grass, claimers are 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. 9 runners going to the post.
They're at the post. And they're off. Expected meeting. Darts out from the center of the track. Ebrique also left out to quickly. Very Stella. Now moves out up in between horses with Pop Freud. Also looking to mix it up in that opening turn. So it's very Stella who has made his way to the top. Papa Freud is up at the outside of second. Ebrique down there in third. Racing wide there in the opening turn. That's Run Saichi. And he is moving up at the 4th spot. Unspoken Quality tucked in from a 5th. iPhone Addiction is anxious and racing wide at the 6th position. Expected meeting was out to 7th with Roguery to his outside, and it's 2 lengths further back to Empire Road. They reached the opening quarter in 24-1. Very Stella remains the leader there at the inside under steady pressure from Papa Freud. Ebrique just off those 2 from a 3rd with Run Saichi. Moving up there in heavy traffic from a 4th. iPhone Addiction is into the 5th spot. Now just 2.5 lengths off the lead as they're past a half in 48-4. Unspoken Quality is dead at the inside in a 6th. 3 clear of expected meeting is Empire Road is saving ground and starting to make up some ground there with Roguery dropping back around the far turn. Very Stella. Now comes under urging it. It's very Stella who's maintaining a short lead at the top of the stretch. Papa Freud is in between horses with Ebrique now fighting his best gear down the center. Very Stella still there at the inside. Ebrique is surging up though, and it's Ebrique who's up to engage. Very Stella. Ebrique or very Stella. A street fight to the finish. Very Stella. Dug down deep to fend off Ebrique. Papa Freud finished 3rd. A photo for 4th between Run Saichi and Unspoken Quality.
Number 8, very Stella, crosses the wire first, but is disqualified and placed 2nd. Put up to 1st was the number 7 at Big. This one paying $9 even, owned by Barbara Hopkins, trained by Ramon Moya, and ridden to victory today by Orlando Boca Chica. Second race, a 6-furlong claim is 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Jockey on the 7 is Eddie Castro.
They're at the post. And they're off. It was a nice beginning. Big distinction. The favorite is forwardly placed up at the outside with Tonight. Joining that pair down at the inside, that's Fedek with Little Awesome just off the top flight early. Trinity Lime is up on the outside with Son of a Preacher away 6th, and the Treacherous Kulak with a half-mile left to run. And in between horses, big distinction is a half-length advantage. Tonight is up racing a 3 wide. Svedek trying to hang in down at the rail as Trinity Lime is now swings to the outside through an opening quarter of 23 seconds. A Little Awesome begins to move up in the 5th spot, a length and a half clear of Son of a Preacher. It's now 5 lengths further back to Kulak around the turn. Trinity Lime, the fresh threat, moves up on the outside to engage. Big distinction. The big favorite is under heavy pressure as they're past a half in 46-4. It's Big Distinction who tries to go on now as they move into the final furlong. Son of a Preacher is up on the outside in a 2nd. Trinity Lime a 3rd with a Little Awesome 4th. Deep stretch, Son of a Preacher and Big Distinction. They slug it out at the finish. Son of a Preacher. Son of a Preacher was up to win it. From Big Distinction, Trinity Lime finished in 3rd. Little Awesome was 4th.
Number 3, Son of a Preacher, closes to win it, pays $7 even, owned by Frank Call. Calabrese, trained by Angel Rodriguez, and ridden to victory today by Miguel Vasquez. We'll take a break. We'll be back for race number 3. Welcome back for our third race of the afternoon, 5.5 furlong sprint. These are claimers, 4-year-olds and upward. Scratch number 3, that was a late scratch, Bold Summit.
They're at the post. And they're off. It was a very tardy beginning for Cupid's Hit. The others all out sharply. CD Gold darts right out for the early lead. The favorite on top, a length clear as the race up the back stretch. Shere Khan is there second. Where's that cat third? And he is 2 clear. Reggae Boy, who's up on the outside of fourth. Over and back is a fifth, and currently has 6 lengths to make up, and it's further back to Cupid's Hit. They're past the opening split in 22-2. CD Gold and Shere Khan. They do battle around that far turn. Where's that cat trying to claw his way into contention? He moves to the outside there from a 30. Still 3 clear of over and back. Shere Khan is taken over from CD Gold. With Where's That Cat moving up at the outside in a third, less than a quarter of a mile left to run. Over and back is up at the outside in a fourth with Reggae Boy. Following from a fifth, Shere Khan a short lead. Over and back moves into the second spot. Where's That Cat third, deep stretch, Shere Khan. Shere Khan is sharp today. Shere Khan will win it. Over and back finish second. Where's That Cat third, CD Gold faded to be fourth. Reggae Boy was fifth.
Number 2, Shere Khan wins, pays $10.60, owned by Cash Only Stables, trained by Rashawn Crique, and ridden to victory today by Edgard Zayas. Fourth race, 1 mile on the turf. These are maiden 3-year-olds and upward scratch the 1 Boom Gusto. The 6, She Reads My Text, and number 10, Time Will Tell.
And they're off. Big Rock, away to be very nice beginning dead at the inside. Uptown Joe is moving up there as they race towards that opening turn. Fetty Sav, the first-time starter. He is anxious there at the inside from a third lottery ticket. Kept away in the fourth spot. His Street Gun is up at the outside fifth with Extreme Justice to his inside. The treader Roz Brook as they race around that opening turn and out of the back stretch. Big Rock, an even buddy proposition, was past the quarter in 23-3. Uptown Joe is contesting the early pace. He's up on the outside in a second. It's a gap of 3 lengths to Fetty Sav, who rides the rail in a third. Lottery Ticket is up on the outside of fourth. It's 2 more to Street Gun, who is up on the outside fifth. Extreme Justice still to his inside. The treader remains Roz Brook as they were past the half in 46-3. Big Rock remains the target, and he remains under steady pressure from Uptown Joe. And it's still a gap of 3 lengths to Lottery Ticket, who now comes under urging in that third spot. Fetty Sav has ridden the rail throughout. Street Gun now begins to heat up on the outside, and he moves wide from a fifth. Extreme Justice is saving ground. Rosabrook from the back. 3/4, 110-1. The favorite, Big Rock, trying to kick clear, and now Big Rock has opened it up to a 7-length advantage. Street Gun trying to rally down the center in second. Rosabrook is up at the far outside, but it's all for Modern Spoils. Big Rock is gone. Big Rock with a big effort here. It's all Big Rock to take a race 4. Photo 4 place between Rosabrook and Extreme Justice. Street Gun was 4th. Fetty Sav finished 5th.
Number 2, Big Rock, much the best in here, just cruises to victory, pays $4 even, owned by New Phoenix Stable, trained by Christophe Clement, and ridden to victory today by Emiciel Jaramillo. The 5th race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. It's an allowance optional claimer for 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch the 10, the 11, and number 12.
They are at the post. And they're off. It was a nice beginning as Lucky Kitten moves on up in the center of the track. Applicator is keeping close in the early stages at the inside as they race in front of us for the first time. Ender's Cat floats up on the outside of third. Reconfigure was away in heavy traffic from fourth. Golden Canyon racing wide into the opening turn in that 5th spot as they're through an opening quarter of 22-4. El Ciclone is dead at the inside of 6th with Tetradram moving up 3 wide. Boss Man in between horses. The treader is Montauk Man as the field races up the backstretch. Tightly compact group here is Lucky Kitten Continues to show the way. Ender's Cat, well spotted early from a second. Applicator is there at the rail with the reconfigure. Now moving forward. Up to his outside, that's Golden Canyon. His Tetradrum continues to advance up at the outside wide. They're past the half in 47 seconds. Bossman is moving up. He has 4.5 lengths to bank up. He's 2 clear of Montauk Man. The treader now El Ciclone as they move out of the far turn and they approach the quarter pole. Lucky Kitten looking to take them all the way. Reconfigure now swings to the outside in a second. Tetradrum is ridden out of that third spot. They turn for home. Lucky Kitten trying to buckle down and fend off. Reconfigure. Applicator moving through down at the inside third. LC Clone has a late run down the center. It's Boss Man, but in deep stretch, a 2-horse breakaway. Reconfigure trying to wrestle the lead away from Lucky Kitten. It's Reconfigure who will win it. Lucky Kitten finished in second. LC Clone was third. Bossman fourth. Applicator was fifth.
Number 3, Reconfigure, comes off the layoff and wins it. Pays $14.60. Owned by Russellwood Farm Incorporated. Trained by Mark Cassie. And that gives jockey Edgar Zayas his second win today. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have race number 6.
Our day begins early, preparing for the task ahead, focused on a single goal. Then it's showtime, ready to face another challenge. And while victory may be uncertain, you can always bet on us to be at our very best.
Welcome back to 6th race this afternoon. 7.5 furlongs. These are claimers, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 3 races. Scratch the 13 Predito Playboy and the 14 Unlocked.
And they're off. Super Secret broke sharply down at the inside. I Feel Great and Rough Passage both on the move towards that opening turn as Rough Passage now works his way out up to take over the lead. Super Secret well spotted early from second. I Feel Great to his outside in a third with Casey Wigman. Up at the outside of fourth. Tailstone is down at the inside at fifth. General Shabai up at the outside of sixth with the Starship Verdict. Down at the inside seventh. Corinthian Summer is next with an Imaginary Road moving alongside. Think Inequality is down at the rail. And to his outside Royal Rogue and Mutaka. As they travel up the backstretch, the opening quarter was 23-2. Rough Passage had little trouble making the top, and it's Rough Passage who shows the way up the backstretch as they make their way towards the far turn. I Feel Great continues to edge closer up at the outside in second. Super Secret staying up at the shot from a third. Casey Wigman is up at the outside fourth, and Imaginary Road is gaining ground at the inside in fifth with General Shabai needing to pick it up in sixth. The half mile was up in 46-4. Rough Passage is still clear selling as they approach the top of the stretch. I Feel Great comes under a ride down in second, and Imaginary Road, the gray, is gaining ground out of the center in the third. Super Secret out at the inside of fourth. They enter the final furlong, and it's Rough Passage who's looking to take them all the way, and Imaginary Road is into second, but he's second best today. Rough Passage. Rough Passage to win it, and Imaginary Road was second. I Feel Great third. A photo for fourth between Super Secret and Think Inequality.
Number 12, Rough Passage, a tough customer from that outside post. Wins pay $7 even. Owned by Red Castle Farms, trained by Kristen Mulhall, and ridden to victory today by Jesus Elios. The 7th race, 1 mile and 1/16. These are maiden 3-year-olds and upward. Please note we're going to use the first finish line.
And they're off. Raided Fox out quickly, did at the inside. Happy's Causeway A nice beginning for him in between horses. With Gandoto moving up at that opening turn, V's Boy is also moving up in the outside, and V's Boy is now up to a challenge Rated Fox for the early lead. Gandoto away there at the inside from a third. Titanium Heart is just 2.5 lengths off the lead fourth. Happy's Causeway to the inside of fifth with an opening split of 24-2. Senor Casanova is racing in between horses, and to his outside Marchant. Tight pack as they race up the back stretch, and it's Raynard Fox, the 25-1 outsider, who sets the tempo. V's Boy just off the leader, 3 parts of a length in second. Gandoto is there at the inside of third with Titanium Heart advancing up and inching closer with the fourth spot. Happy's Causeway is there in fifth as they're past the half in 48-3. Senor Casanova moves alongside, and Marchant now gaps off 6 lengths behind the pack as they make their way out of the far turn. Raynard Fox under steady pressure from V's Boy. Happy's Causeway working his way into contention down at the inside with Titanium Heart. Up on the outside in fourth, Senor Casanova is fifth. 3/4, 113-1. V's Boy and Raynard Fox, they continue to go at it. Happy's Causeway trying to find a seam in between rivals with Titanium Heart swinging to the far outside. They approach the top of the stretch here and move into the final furlong. It's Titanium Heart on the outside. Happy's Causeway is heavily driven out, and V's Boy staying on down at the rail. It's Titanium Heart. Titanium Heart wanted tight photo for place between V's Boy and Happy's Causeway. Raynard Fox was fourth. Senor Casanova finished fifth.
Number 5, Titanium Heart, blows up the tote board and pays $65 even, owned by Golden Legacy Stable LLC, trained by Juan Andres Rodriguez, and ridden to victory today by Lionel Reyes. The 8th race, 5 furlongs on the turf. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds and up, with jockey change in the 5. Make the rider Christian Navarro and scratch the 13 Symbol Mast, and the 14 Cannot Stop.
And they're off, meddling by. Fires out quickly from the center of the course. Don't tell them. Now joins dead at the inside. Tout Vient, the first-time starter, just off those two from a third. Real Sugar is up at the outside of fourth. Silverado Star, just 3 lengths off the lead in fifth. Evan from Heaven is racing 3 wide at the 6th spot. Starship Edison in between horses. Waddy's dead at the inside. Moving wide, that is a Cast Party. And the trailers are Gia Ghost and Wacky Cowboy. The opening quarter was 21-1. Don't tell them. Around that far turn, maintaining the lead from meddling by. Tout Vient, the first-time starter, is riding the rail into the third spot. Waddy looks for a racing room. Swinging up at the far outside. Here's Chia Ghost, who's into contention late with Silverado Star. A driving finish. Chia Ghost is surging up on the outside with Path Dependent following in the second spot, but it's Chia Ghost. Chia Ghost will win it. Photo for place looked like Path Dependent over Waddy. Starship Edison was fourth.
Number 4, Chia Ghosts, scores for Santa Rosa Racing Stables, trained by Enrique Sanchez and ridden today by Marcos Menendez. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the first half of the late Daily Double. That is race number 9.
OBS April, the 2-year-old source of 153 stakes horses with 108 stakes wins since January 1st, 2015, including Breeders' Cup winner Stephanie's Kitten, Grade 1 Turf Star Gabriel Charles, and Grade 1 winning sprinter Wild Dude. Over 1,200 juveniles have been cataloged for the OBS Spring Sale, April 19th through 22nd. The undertax shows will span 6 days, beginning April 11th. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Welcome back for our 9th race of the afternoon. This is the first half of the late Daily Double. 6 furlongs. It's an allowance optional claimer for state-bred 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch number 2, Prague.
And they're off. It was a great start Far outside going for the lead. Take Time to Pray. Looks good. Came out running quickly down at the inside with our Limo Joe in between those two. So they're 3 across the track up the back stretch as they approach the half-mile pole. You Can't Stop Me is there in 4th. It's Not Me 5th. Mr. Smith next in line 6th through an opening quarter of 22 seconds. Restaurant is next in line from 7th. Niche is 8th at the back. Holy Highway is the move midway around that far turn. The 3-wide battle continues. Take Time to Pray is up on the outside. Our Limo Joe in between horses looks good down at the inside. These 3 have been slugging it out throughout. You Can't Stop Me just off the top flight with Holy Highway. Now beginning to find his best ride. He swings wide. Restaurant has saved all the ground out at the inside. The half mile was 45 seconds. Restaurant now strikes the lead. Far outside, Holy Highway is moving up late. Looks good in between horses. Mr. Smith down at the inside, but it's Restaurant. Restaurant is almost home. Restaurant appeared to dig into what it from Mr. Smith. Holy Highway was 3rd. Looks good. Finished 4th. You Can't Stop Me was 5th.
Number 4, Restaurant, slips through on the inside and scores, pays $14.60, owned by Guarneri Stable Incorporated, trained by Antonio Sano, and that gives jockey Emiciel Jaramillo his 2nd victory today. The 10th race, 5.5 furlongs, maiden claimers, 3-year-olds and upward, scratch the 12 Express Jet, the number 15 Shape of My Heart, number 16 Let's Go Irishman.
And they're off. Grand Nelche. Flashing good speed at the inside, but it's Alsvid Golfaxi who darts right out for the early lead. Grand Nelche will come out in 2nd. Key the Storm is next in 3rd. Vadadude is off the top trio from 4th. Sweet PDJ to his inside in 5th. Mornazo is up on the outside 6th. 2 Clear of Illusions Rule is their 3rd opening quarter in 22-2. They move on to that far turn. Alsvid Golfaxi looking to go down the road of the nightcap. And it's Alsvid Golfaxi with a 5-length lead. Grand Nelche is giving chase in 2nd. It's 3 further back to Key the Storm. His Sweet BDJ begins to move up into her outside. Also a sweeping up late. That is Judith's Novel. They turn 4 home past the half, 46 seconds. Alsvid Golfaxi, the lead diminishing as Grand Nelche is late to the scene. And Grand Nelche looking to edge past Alsvid Golfaxi. Moving up in the center, that is Vadadude, far outside Morinazo. But it's Grand Nelche. Grand Nelche will win it. Alsvid Golfaxi finished in 2nd. Vadadude was 3rd.
Number 1, Grand Nelche, closes and wins it, pays $6.40, owned by Grupo 7C Racing Stable, trained by Gustavo Delgado, and ridden to victory today by Marcos Menendez. In the pick 5, 5 of 5 paid $8,521.20. 4 of 5, $52.80. In the Rainbow 6, nobody had 6. 5 of 6 paid $1,026.02. The carryover going into Sunday's 9-race card, $13,191.80. The Super High 5 paid $20,504.10. And that wraps up Saturday's card, but one more day here at beautiful Gulfstream Park, and that is Sunday. We have a 9-race card. Our first race post, 12:55 p.m. Come out and join us. Good night and good luck.